New OpenClaw 4.11. Update is insane. Your AI assistant just got a whole lot smarter, and you might not even know it yet. Most people are still using AI like a search engine, ask, get answer, close tab. That's not how this works anymore. OpenClaw just dropped version 4.11, and one of the biggest updates is something called dreaming. Your agent now has a dedicated system for processing and organizing its own memory. That changes everything, and I'm going to break it all down for you right now. Hey, I'm Ava, an AI educator. I help people actually learn these tools and put them to work, not just talk about them. So if you're new here, hit subscribe, because we cover the stuff that actually matters. New updates, real breakdowns, practical use cases. You're in the right place. Before we get into 4.11, let me give you the quick version of what OpenClaw actually is, because if you've never heard of it, you need to understand what you've been missing. OpenClaw is an open-source AI agent that runs directly on your machine: Mac, Windows, Linux. You talk to it through apps you already use: WhatsApp, Telegram, Discord, Slack, iMessage, Signal. You message it like a coworker, and it actually does stuff. Clears your inbox, sends emails, manages your calendar, browses the web, runs code, controls files on your computer, and even writes its own new skills on the fly. It remembers everything about you and keeps building on that over time. It was built by Peter Steinberger. Started as a weekend project called WhatsApp Relay back in November 2025. Within weeks, it had over 100,000 GitHub stars and pulled in 2 million visitors in a single week. It's now sitting at over 350,000 stars. One of the fastest growing open source projects in recent memory. And here's the thing that makes it genuinely different from every other AI tool out there. Your data stays on your machine, not on some company's servers. Not in a walled garden. Yours. You control the infrastructure, the keys, and the AI. Think about what that actually means. Every other AI assistant you've used, whether that's ChatGPT, Gemini, or any hosted tool, your conversations and your data are living on their servers. With OpenClaw, none of that leaves your machine unless you want it to. And that privacy-first design is what allows it to connect deeply to your actual files, your actual email, your actual calendar, without you having to worry about where that data is going. It also supports multiple AI models: Claude, GPT, or fully local models. Not locked into one provider, you pick what works best for you. Now let's get into what 4.11 actually shipped. The headline feature is Dreaming. This is part of the memory and wiki system. In 4.11, they added the ability to import conversations from ChatGPT directly. All of those chats and the context inside them can now be pulled into OpenClaw's memory system. There are 2 new subtabs called Imported Insights and Memory Palace. These let you inspect what your agent has learned: the compiled wiki pages it built from your imported chats, the full source pages it used. Your agent is building a structured knowledge base about you, from you, and now you can see inside that process every conversation you've had with ChatGPT, every preference you've expressed, every project you've worked on. Your OpenClaw can now learn from all of that and carry it forward. You don't have to start from scratch. The agent inherits that context and builds on it. And here's the open loop worth staying for. Dreaming isn't just a memory trick. It changes how your agent makes decisions going forward. More on that in a minute. The web chat and control UI also got a significant upgrade. Your assistant can now render rich media inside conversations: images, voice notes, replies. These show up as proper structured chat bubbles instead of plain text. There's also a new embed tag that lets external content be pulled in with proper gating behind config settings. This makes the whole experience feel less like a command line and more like talking to an actual intelligent interface. Video generation tools got expanded. URL-only delivery for generated video assets, typed provider options, reference audio inputs, and adaptive aspect ratio support. When you're using OpenClaw to kick off a video generation job, providers can now expose richer generation modes without loading large files into memory. More flexible and more reliable. Microsoft Teams integration got reaction support. Send reactions, list them, with proper OAuth setup for delegated access. If your team uses Teams, your agent just got significantly more capable inside that environment. Faceshoe users also get an improvement. Document comment sessions now have richer context parsing, comment reactions, and typing feedback. Conversations inside Faceshoe document threads feel much more natural now. For people using local models, Llama integration got smarter. It caches model metadata during discovery, so it stops making unnecessary fetches every time you refresh the model picker. Cleaner and faster. Plugins got a structural upgrade too. Plugin manifests can now declare their own activation and setup descriptors. Plugins can properly describe required authentication and configuration steps without the core system needing to hard-code any of it. For anyone in the community skills ecosystem, this makes things a lot more organized. There's also a new QA gate comparing GPT 5.4 and Claude Opus 4.6 on agentic tasks. Stricter evidence checks, shared scenario coverage, proper accounting for skipped scenarios. OpenClaw keeping itself honest about how different models actually perform. That's the kind of transparency you want. On the bug fix side, 4.11 fixes an OAuth issue with OpenAI Codex that was causing sign-in failures, and audio transcription across OpenAI, Grok, and Mistral providers is working again after breaking in an earlier update. Now back to why dreaming actually matters. Most AI tools today are stateless. The session ends and the AI forgets you. Even tools with memory tend to store things shallowly. Key facts, preferences, not structured knowledge. What dreaming is building toward is an agent that learns patterns, builds connections between things you've said across different conversations and platforms, and draws on a real knowledge base when doing tasks for you. That's the difference between an AI tool you use occasionally and an AI agent that genuinely works for you every day. When I first started using OpenClaw, I'll be honest, I was overwhelmed. So many features, so many integrations, so many ways to configure it. That's when I found a community called AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 members focused on learning AI tools together and sharing what actually works. Real workflows, real use cases. It taught me which things to prioritize and which to skip when starting out. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in the description. Now here's exactly what to do with 4.11 right now. Step 1. If you've been using ChatGPT, go to your ChatGPT settings and export your data. You'll get a file with all your past conversations. Bring that into OpenClaw using the new import feature and let the agent process it. While it's working through those chats, it's pulling out preferences, recurring topics, projects you've mentioned, decisions you've made. It's organizing all of that into structured wiki pages. Once it's done, open the Memory Palace tab and actually read through what it built. You'll see your own patterns reflected back at you in a way that's genuinely useful. And from that point forward, your agent is working with that full picture every time you give it a task. Step 2. If you're brand new to OpenClaw, the install is one command in your terminal. Run the onboard flow, tell it about yourself, your name, your preferences, what you need help with, and the memory system starts building from there. Connect it to WhatsApp or Telegram so you can message it from your phone anywhere. It does the work on your machine and reports back when done. You don't have to be sitting at a desk. Step 3. Explore Claw Hub. That's the community hub for pre-built skills, calendar management, email handling, code review, content workflows, and a lot more. If something you need doesn't exist yet, just ask the agent to build it. It writes the code, tests it, and starts using it, all inside the same conversation. That's one of the things that makes this genuinely different from anything else out there right now. On security, OpenClaw recently partnered with VirusTotal for skill security scanning. Community skills go through checks before you install them. The team has released machine-checkable security models publicly, and they're transparent about prompt injection still being an industry-wide unsolved problem. Use strong models and follow their security best practices. Links are in their docs. The GitHub repo has over 355,000 stars. Sponsored by OpenAI, GitHub, NVIDIA, and Versal. Featured in Mac Stories. This is not a niche experiment. 4.11 dropped April 12, 2026. You're right at the front of the wave. Build your agent's memory now. The more context it has, the more useful it becomes. If you're looking to go deeper into tools like this, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not, which tools are worth your time, which ones to skip. No hype. Just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates like this one and actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and over 100 AI use cases like what I cover in this video, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 58,000 members who are putting these tools to real use every day. Subscribe if you're not already. New AI updates, real breakdowns, practical stuff only. See you in the next one.